Hey, how y'all doing? It's Craig here again. Got the SH86C blower in front of me. As you can see, I've got the engine mounted back in it. I've got the fan assembly all done up. Went to test for spark. Had no spark. I've tested everything. We've got a bad coil, but I'll just for the sake of it, I'll take everybody through it. I don't know what the specs are on this coil, but I can guarantee you this coil's bad because it's completely shorted out. I can't get nothing on either side. But I tested my switch also just to make sure it wasn't something in the wiring. So all you do, and I know a lot of you've probably seen this before, you just take your ohm meter, and I'm going to be checking 20,000 K here of ohms. Just hook up to this is a loop system here. This is actually the ground wire, and then this is the short circuit wire. This goes up to the switch, and then it'll come out of the switch, and then it'll go in here and then ground to the frame. And then that's what shorts the coil out to kill the spark to shut it off. So if you do this, right now this is an open circuit. It's in the run position. Has no resistance at all. I hope you can see that. It's 1 point. So that's no resistance at all. I'm going to try to do this. Hopefully you'll be able to see this in the video. I'm going to press down on this switch, this part of the switch here, which is the same as shutting this off. And what that's going to do is that's going to close that circuit up, make it complete. And see how that goes to like 2 ohms. Now it's an open circuit and there's no ohms there, no resistance. Now it goes down to 2. So that tells me that whole circuit is in good shape. There's very little resistance within this whole switch wiring and switch assembly. So that tests good. Come over here to the coil. And like I said, I don't know what the actual readings are supposed to be on this coil. But to check the primary side, you hit the lead on the coil itself, which is the little metal tab where your ground wire goes onto it. That's the primary side. And then just touch your metal bar assembly there somewhere. Doesn't matter where it's, you can touch it right over here also. Make sure I got a good connection on that tab, which I do. Make sure I got a good connection here. Which I do right. I've got a good connection right there. I have nothing through the primary side. Absolutely nothing. And then to check the secondary side, basically the same thing. You come from the spark plug wire itself. I'll get in behind of the little spring up in there. And again, you go to the somewhere on the ground side of the coil. Nothing. Now there is a little tab right here underneath this bar which connects into the coil. So you can touch right there just to make sure that you're getting good contact between the coil and the bar, and still nothing. Nothing on the hot side of there either. So this coil is completely shorted out. I've got one coming for it. I actually found one on Stick It To You Bay. flea bay, rip-off bay, whatever you want to call it. I actually got it for $20. The person that was selling it had it for $25, or best offer. I thought if I could get it for $20, so I hit them at $15. And eBay said I'd do better if I went $18 and something. I thought, well, screw that. I hit for $15, and just a few seconds counter offered at $20, so I went on ahead and bought it. And that is an OE, used OE coil. Says it's good. It's got I believe it's like a 14 or 15 day return policy. So as soon as I get it, I'll test it. If it's no good, I'll send it back. But it's supposed to be good. So go back several videos when I was tearing this apart. There was a piece that fell out of the handle assembly when I was disassembling. Didn't know what it was. Wasn't even sure if something fell out. Well, when I went to put this back together, this lever assembly with the detent spring for the switch, the on-off switch that's here on the handle, is actually what fell out of it. And I thought I had lost it. And when I watched the video last night, I actually seen where it fell out and I was able to find it. So that saved me about $10 right there having to buy that. That's just how that goes together. Then that's just the on-off switch. And matter of fact, if you want to, we can put that together and I can demonstrate that for you real fast. Of course, I'm not going to find what I want. Never find it when you're in a hurry. Let me pause this a second. Okay, I'm not going to put this thing clear back together because I still got to put the throttle switch in there with the linkage and all that. But basically what I'm doing, I'm just going to put this together enough to demonstrate how this on-off switch here actually operates. Just enough to hold it together. So that's all it is. I believe this down here is stop and up is run, but we're going to find out. Again, got it on 20,000 ohms. All we're doing now is just checking the circuitry, just like we did earlier. That should be, I believe, in the off position. No, maybe down is run. Well, we're not doing anything right now. So maybe I won't just demonstrate how this operates. Make sure it's together right. Let's put this on the handle first. Shouldn't really matter, but well, okay, I got her figured out. Everything was correct. What's going on here is down is stop, kind of in the middle where it is right now is run position, and that'll allow the throttle to operate. And then all the way up is high idle or full throttle, I would say probably for starting. I'd have to read the owner's manual. It's kind of like a detent release for the stop. You push it down and then it snaps right back up. So now when we do this, I know you're probably not going to be able to see this. Now we've got one, it's bouncing between 1 and 2 on the resistance. There's 1. That's a closed circuit. Here's an open circuit, no resistance at all. So the grounding circuit to kill it is actually operating correctly. So okay, wait on the carburetor to show up, or not the carburetor, excuse me, the coil to show up. I'm trying to find a rebuild kit for this carb. It's a C1M S261B. I've been looking for 2 days and I cannot find a rebuild kit for that carb. I don't know if a multi carb C1M kit will cover everything in this carb. I may try just get a C1M rebuild kit and see where we go from there. But I'm not going to use this carb until I rebuild it. So that'll be the end of the series on this for a while until I get the coil in and I get this carb rebuilt. I think this primer bulb's good. I may try to leave that on there and see. If not, then I'll replace it. I've got a primer bulb, I know. The carburetor may be good, I don't know. But I'm going to rebuild it before we go anywhere else. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.